Hello everyone. Here I am going to discuss the important topic that is pathological calcification. So let's start it. So in this topic, first I will let you know the definition of pathological calcification. Then I will tell you the two types of pathological calcification, that is dystrophic calcification and metastatic calcification. For each of the type, I will let you know the pathogenesis of each of it and the sites in human body where does it occur for each of it. Then we will see the differences between dystrophic and metastatic calcification, and in the end we will see the special stain for calcification. So let's start it. What is the definition? What is the definition of pathological calcification? What is the definition? Now in human body, where does calcium present? In which organ the calcium is present? So in human body, from head to toe, multiple organs are present. But calcium is present only in two organs. Number one, the teeth, the enamel of the teeth, and number two, the osteoid of the bone. So in the teeth, the enamel of the teeth and the osteoid of the bone, in the two organs, the calcium is present. If the calcium is present anywhere else in human body, apart from osteoid of the bone and enamel of the teeth, if it is present at any other tissue, it is pathological. It is known as pathological calcification. So what is the definition of pathological calcification? When calcium is present in any other organ apart from enamel of the teeth and osteoid of the bone, it is known as pathological calcification. Now what are the two types of pathological calcification? There are two types. Number one, dystrophic calcification. Number two, metastatic calcification. Now you can see here the calcium. What is the level of calcium in the blood? Normal calcium level in human blood. You can see this is blood vessel. Let me show you. Here you can see this is the blood vessel inside which the calcium is present. Here also you can see the blood vessel inside which the calcium is present. So normal level of calcium in the blood is 8.5 to 10.5 milligram per deciliter. This is normal. In a healthy individual, this is the normal calcium level in the blood. So in dystrophic calcification, the calcium level in the blood is normal. The calcium metabolism is normal, but the problem is in the tissue. Can you see the tissue here is dead and degenerated? Whenever in human body, any tissue is dead or degenerated, calcium leave the blood vessel and come out. And after coming out, it get deposited over the dead and degenerated tissue. So this type of calcification in which the calcium get deposited in dead and degenerated tissue is known as dystrophic calcification. So here the calcium is leaving the blood vessel, coming out and getting deposited in dead and degenerated tissue. This is dystrophic. You can learn D for D. Dystrophic occurs in dead and degenerated tissue. D for D. You can learn like that. But on the contrary, in metastatic calcification, the calcium level in the blood is more. The calcium level in the blood is more than 10.5 milligram per deciliter. So patients have hypercalcemia. Compare the calcium here, it's normal. And compare the calcium here, it's more as compared to normal. But here the tissue is absolutely healthy. It's normal tissue. The tissue is not dead and degenerated. So when the tissue is normal, but calcium level in the blood is more than normal, so calcium leaves the blood and coming out and get deposited over the tissue, and it is known as metastatic calcification. So in both the calcification, the calcium present in the blood leaves the blood and come out and get deposited over the tissue. But in dystrophic calcification, the tissue is dead and degenerated. Calcium level in the blood is normal. On the contrary, in metastatic calcification, the calcium level in the blood is elevated, but the tissue is normal. So this is the two type of calcification. I hope you got it. So I am telling you the two types of calcification. What is calcification? When calcium get deposited in any tissue in human body apart from two. Apart from enamel of the teeth and the osteoid of the bone. If it is present anywhere else, it is known as pathological calcification. There are two type of pathological calcification. Dystrophic calcification and metastatic calcification. Now in each of them, you tell me what is the tissue and what is the calcium level in blood? Calcium in blood. So in dystrophic calcification, the tissue is dead. The tissue is dead and degenerated, but calcium level in the blood is normal. It's normal. But in metastatic, the tissue is normal. The tissue is not dead and degenerated, but the calcium level in the blood is hypercalcemia. It is more than 10.5 milligram per deciliter. So I hope you got the two type of calcification. Now I will tell you the pathogenesis and sites of each of them. One by one we will start. So let's start with dystrophic calcification. Tell me the pathogenesis and site. Pathogenesis. Why does it occur? Etiopathogenesis. And tell me the sites in human body where does it occurs. So pathogenesis. You can see this diagram. This tissue is dead and degenerated. Whenever the tissue is dead and degenerated, the cells get ruptured. The cells get bursted. So from the bursted cell, the cell membrane get damaged. Okay, so whenever the tissue is dead, degenerated, the cell will rupture because it is a dead cell. So whenever the cell will rupture, phospholipid will come out. Phospholipid, whenever the cell will rupture, phospholipid will come out. From the phospholipid, phosphate ions will be released. Phosphate ions will be generated from phospholipids with the help of enzyme phosphatase. Phosphate ions will come here. So here phosphate ions are present, and you can learn calcium and phosphate are the best friend. You can see this is a blood vessel. Calcium was passing in the blood vessel. The calcium was normal and it was passing from the blood vessel. As soon as when the calcium will see outside there is phosphate, my best friend, calcium will jump out of the blood vessel and get deposited here in the form of calcium phosphate. So calcium and phosphate are best friend. So whenever phosphate is present in any of the tissue, calcium will leave the blood and jump out to meet the phosphate, to make a bond with the phosphate, to make calcium phosphate. And the deposits will be in the form of calcium phosphate. Calcium phosphate deposits will be there. So the calcium is coming out of the blood because of phosphate here. And why phosphate is generated? Because the tissue is dead. Because of the rupture of the cell, phospholipid is coming and phospholipid is generating the phosphate ions. So calcium is coming out. Calcium form a bond with the phosphate and calcium phosphate is formed and getting deposited. So I hope you got the pathogenesis of dystrophic. Now coming on the pathogenesis of, no, before that, after the pathogenesis of dystrophic, let me tell you the sites of dystrophic. So in dystrophic calcification, I told you two type of tissue, dead tissue and degenerated tissue. Tell me the examples of the dead tissue. So it is caseating necrosis, like tuberculosis, dead parasites can be there, fat necrosis, infarcts, thrombi, hematoma. This is all dead tissue in human body. So in all of them, dystrophic calcification can happen. In degenerative tissue, the example is atherosclerosis, damaged heart valves, infected lymph nodes, and degenerating tumors can be there. Now coming on metastatic calcification, again you have to tell me the pathogenesis as well as sites. So let's talk about the pathogenesis. Why does it occur? Why does it occur? Now see the second one, the metastatic. The metastatic one, see this one. Here the tissue is absolutely normal. This is such a tissue in human body. There are certain organs, I will tell you the name of the organs, which lose acid outside. There are certain organs, physiologically they are losing acid. Since they lose acid, inside them, the pH become alkaline. They are alkaline in nature because they are losing the acid. They are alkaline in nature and calcium loves alkaline pH. So whenever the calcium was present in the blood vessel, it is hypercalcemia. It was passing from the blood vessel. As soon as the calcium will see outside there is an alkaline medium, calcium jumps out. So calcium is jumping out of the blood vessel whenever the calcium sees there is an alkaline medium outside. So whenever the calcium level is more in the blood, number one, and alkaline medium outside, the calcium will come out and get deposited over the tissue. So this is metastatic calcification. So it occurs only in those organs which lose acid. I mean the organs in human body which is having alkaline pH, and calcium loves alkaline pH. Alkaline pH is susceptible for calcification. Calcium will come out. So I hope you got the mechanism, the pathogenesis of the two. Now what are the sites? In human body, these are the organs which have alkaline pH because they lose acid. That's why whenever the calcium level is more in the blood, in all these organs there can be metastatic calcification. These are healthy tissue. These are not dead and degenerated. In contrast to dystrophic calcification, these are healthy tissue. They have alkaline pH. So example is kidney, the basement membrane and tubular lamina of the kidney, pulmonary veins, alveolar wall of the lung, cornea, conjunctiva, intestinal tissue of the gastric mucosa, synovium of the joint, systemic arteries and tendons. So there are joints, there are tendons, there is cornea, there is conjunctiva, there is lung, kidney, stomach. You have to learn the name of these organs. I hope you all got it. So what we have learned the pathogenesis of the two type of calcification and sites of two type of calcification. There are two type of calcification, dystrophic and metastatic. So what is the problem here? The tissue is dead and degenerated. Whenever the tissue is dead and degenerated, the phospholipid is generated because of rupture of the cell. From the phospholipid, phosphate ions will come and calcium love phosphate. So whenever there is a phosphate outside, the calcium will jump and form calcium phosphate deposits. This is the mechanism. You have to draw the flow chart. In metastatic one, there are certain organs in human body which lose acid. Since they lose acid, they have alkaline pH in them. And alkaline pH is susceptible for calcification. So this is the mechanism. Learn the examples, the sites here. Dead tissue, degenerated tissue, and learn the sites here. Learn the list of the organ which is having alkaline pH. So this is what we have learned, and you already know the definition of each of them. So there are two type of calcification, dystrophic calcification metastatic calcification. In dystrophic calcification, the tissue is dead and degenerated. But in metastatic calcification, the tissue is healthy. Here, in dystrophic calcification, calcium metabolism is normal, calcium level in the blood is normal. In metastatic calcification, the calcium metabolism is deranged, and that's why there is hypercalcemia. If you talk about the reversibility, dystrophic one is irreversible and metastatic one is reversible once the calcium metabolism is normal. So here the dead tissue cannot be alive again. But here the main problem is derangement of the metabolism of calcium. If the calcium metabolism become normal, it can be reversible. You know the pathogenesis of both of them. You know the sites of both of them. I hope the concept is crystal clear. So we are done with the two types of calcification. Now lastly, let me tell you there are two special stains for the calcium. Two, to highlight the calcium. So on a histopathology slide, H&E slide, if you want to highlight the calcium, you can use Von Cosa, which gives black color to the calcium. Can you see the black deposit? Wherever there is the calcium, it will look like black color. And you can use alizarin red, which gives red color to the calcium. So learn the two special stain. Von Cosa gives black color and alizarin red will give the red color to the calcium. So can you help me in revising the differences between the two types of calcification? Dystrophic calcification, metastatic calcification. We are having two types of calcification. Dystrophic, metastatic. Tell me the tissue. In dystrophic calcification, it is dead and degenerated tissue. In metastatic calcification, the tissue is normal, healthy. Tell me the calcium metabolism and calcium level. Here, calcium metabolism is normal, so calcium level is normal. There is no hypercalcemia. On the contrary, here calcium metabolism is deranged, and that's why there is hypercalcemia, that is more than 10.5 milligram per deciliter. Tell me about the reversibility. Here the tissue is dead now, that's why this one is irreversible. Once the tissue is dead, you cannot make it alive again. But here, if the calcium metabolism which is deranged, it become normal, so this one is reversible. Tell me the pathogenesis of both of them. What's the problem here? Here the dead tissue release phosphate, and phosphate attracts the calcium. And here are certain organs in human body which lose acid and they have alkaline pH. And alkaline pH attracts calcium. And you have to finally tell me the list of the sites. You have to learn the sites of dystrophic as well as metastatic calcification. So I request you, I suggest you all the second prop MBBS students, please learn these points. You don't learn the differences. You already understood it. You can write it of your own, in your own language. But learn these points under which you have to write your answer. So you have to write your answer in terms of tissue, calcium metabolism, calcium level in blood, reversibility, pathogenesis, and sites. So learn these points based on which you have to differentiate the two types of calcification. So we are done. So if this question is coming for short question, usually in your exam, you have to write in these points. Write down the definition of calcification. What is the definition? Deposition of calcium in human body anywhere apart from teeth, enamel of teeth and the osteoid of bone. Anywhere. It is of two types, dystrophic, metastatic. You know the pathogenesis of each of them. You know the sites of each of them. You know the differences between them. You know the points based on which we have to differentiate them. And you know the two special stain for calcium. Von Cosa, which give black color, and alizarin red, which give red color to the calcium. That's all about it. Don't forget to have a look on the long question, short question, very short question and MCQs of this topic, which is available in the notes section and question bank section of the app. So have a look so that you will become confident that any question coming from this topic, you are prepared. Thank you so much.